Hey, Shalom, Mashal. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Hashem, Kwadash, the belongers, the apostles of GMS, and honesty brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. This is a quick one. This is inspired from a conversation that I that was going on at work today, right? And it was basically a geezer said to me, right, I ate more pork in Israel than I have in any other country, right? That was his words. And I was meditating on that statement throughout the day. I was like, man, this man's woman is from Spain, and I've not been to Spain myself, right? But from stories I've heard from people who have been to Spain, over there, they love their pork, man. Pork is just in everything. So for him to say that, to make a statement like that, I have more pork in Israel than I have in any other country, right? That just shows, what's going on over there, right? And also you goes to show you got all of these different heathens, these different people that are going, over to our land, right? And I walk around a load of traveling people that go, do a lot of traveling, and I'm hearing them saying, oh yeah, I went to Israel, or I'm going to Israel, and just knowing that, I was like, man, shit, but that's our land, But hey, that's the curses, man, right? The Lord, that land was given to us, right? But we went off. So right now it's in the hand of a heathens, and heathens are fighting over it. But we will get that land, right? As we'll get in Ezekiel. This is Leviticus 11:7, right? It says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, right? And swine is a pig, right? Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you, right? Now Leviticus 11 is the law on food, what you can and you can't eat, right? And what this is basically saying is you can eat a pig, man, right? There's all different types of foods that you can and can't eat, but a pig is a food that you cannot eat, man, right? And it's the thing, Esau basically puts food in pork in literally everything, right? But the standard we go by is, you look at the back of the pack. Has it got a pork in it? Has it got gelatin? Right, there is you gotta be careful because there's bovine gelatin, which is from cows, right? But if it, I don't know how it is over there in America, but here, if it just says gelatin, that's pork. If it says bovine gelatin, then that is beef gelatin, right? However, we do have pectin as well, which is basically gelatin but from plants. It's a plant based. Like for instance, if you blend up, was it like blueberries, I think, and then the whole thing gets very sticky, like very, very solid, right? Almost jelly like, right? So that will be the I don't know if blueberries have pectin, but that's the same kind of effect, right? So that's the standard we go by. If it says pork, or it says gelatin, or basically all of those unclean animals, right, then you don't look no further than that, because what you'll find out is there's literally pork in everything, right? It says Ezekiel 4:13 says, and the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them, right? So we were in our captivity going to eat the children, we will go and eat our food defiled, right? Because these heathens eat pork. They love pork, right? They love pork and all these abominable meats. Right? Therefore, they have no issue selling them to you. They have no issue, sending it, packaging it up, using it as extract. I saw one thing had bloody like shrimp extract, and then the next thing had oyster extract, and you're just looking at like, why the fuck are you doing that? The Lord made those animals for a reason, to be the garbage disposal system of the earth, right? Says, yeah, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them, right? This is Ezekiel 36:25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony. It's like, let me read that from the top again. So then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean, right? So basically, we will be cleansed, right? It says from all your filthiness and from your idols, right, will I cleanse you, and a new heart also will I give you, and new spirit will I put within you, and I'll take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I'll give you an heart of flesh, right? And then I'll have to read the account also in Hebrews, right? Basically, we ain't. This is what this is talking about. We ain't gonna sin again, right? When we're made new, when that is the New Testament, right? There is the books called the Old Testament, the books called the New Testament, but that's not the New Testament. The New Testament, right? This is the New Testament written of in the books called the Old Testament. All right, the New Testament is, the testament means covenant. The New Testament is that we ain't going, Lord is gonna put a new heart in us, right? We ain't going to sin again, right? And the Lord's gonna be able to fulfill His promise, right, that He made. Right, it says, "Now I'll put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them." Right now, so that's basically saying that children of Israel, they're gonna keep the judgments, man. They're gonna keep the laws, statutes, and the commandments, right? So then, how is it they're selling pork over in the land of Israel? That there is proof that they ain't the guys, man. They're imposters. They ain't the guys, right? And I was promised, I'll read verse 28 as well. It says, "And ye shall dwell on the land that I gave to your fathers," right? And what's that? That's the land of Israel, man. The land flowing with milk and honey. It says, "And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God." Right. So that we gonna be able to hit up Israel, but that's gonna be after this place is destroyed. Because you go there now and you try and stay there, look, that land's gonna be cleansed, man. Right, cleansed by fire, nuclear fire. Right. So let me read the precept in Hebrews as well. It says, Hebrews 8:10 says, "For this is the covenant," right, testament, the New Testament, "that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I'll put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest." Right, so basically, we ain't gonna need to tell a man, "Hey, look, do this is the law, you're breaking the law," because we just gonna be automatic. What do you call it? We're just gonna be automatic in righteousness, right? It says, First Corinthians 15:56. Right, it says, "The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law." Right. So the sting of death is sin. But if we can't sin, then how are we going to die? And that is the beauty of it. When you read the scriptures, and in fact, that's proof that they ain't the guys, because they ain't living forever, right? We die because we sin. But if we can't sin anymore, then we can't die. And that is the beauty of the new covenant. Right? When the scriptures is talking about everlasting or eternal, that's literal. Right? This is Isaiah 2 from the top. It says, "The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain," right, representing the government, "of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains," right, the other governments. Right, so the house of Israel, they're going to be in rulership over the world. Right, you read that Revelation 2:26, "That which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh, to him will I give a rod of iron, and he shall rule over the nations," roughly paraphrase it. Right? It says, "House shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." So once again, are those people in the land of Israel today, right? And this ain't no hate speech. This is a quick logical exercise, right? This is me asking the question and you answering the question, right? It says, "And all nations shall flow unto." So are people flowing unto the children are people flowing unto them people in the land of Israel today? No, they're not. That's why they have to have missile defense systems. You think the children of Israel and the kingdom are going to need missile defense systems? All right. It says, and many people shall go and say, "Come ye, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of God of Jacob, and He will teach us of His ways." Once again, are people asking, "Oh, we want to dance like them people in the land of Israel," and you see them, that dance, that weird dance, banging their heads against the wailing wall, right? Doing. People ain't requiring to do that, man. They ain't requesting to do that, right? People don't want to do that, man. Right? People go there as a holiday destination, but that's about it. People don't want to follow the ways of the people in the land of Israel today. But in the kingdom, people are gonna want to come up onto us, right? Why? Because we gonna be shining. I mean, it ain't gonna be a question of are they the children of the Lord. It gonna be known they are the children of the Lord. Right, because we're going to be souped up bodies, right? We're going to have that spiritual power, man. It says, and we will walk in His paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem, right? And He shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks, right? So basically, they going to take their military weaponry, and they going they ain't gonna have these nations ain't gonna have military weaponry in the kingdom, and there isn't gonna be a need for it, right? It says, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So it ain't supposed to be a war if the children of Israel are in the land of Israel, and this is reading out the Bible, right? So what does that lead you to think? That these guys ain't the real children of Israel, right? But once again, reading out the Bible, they do not fulfill this prophecy. And for a man to go over to the land of Israel and say, he had more pork in the land of Israel, I don't know if it was exaggeration, but it's the Spirit. He said it. The Spirit made him make that statement, right? He said for him to say he had more pork in the land of Israel than he has in any other country. Right, and this is a guy. He's been to I think maybe in almost 20 countries, right? His wife is like 35 countries and all of that. Right, I mean he's like 15 to 20 countries. But these guys have traveled, man. Right, hey, you know anything about England? The English, they like their pork. Right, all of these different countries, but what does that show you? That them guys ain't the guys, because if they were the guys, there would be no pork, and the whole world will be against eating pork, right? And this is Zechariah 9:6. I think it's my last precept, right? It says, "And the bastards shall dwell in Ashdod." Right now, Ashdod is a port city in Israel, right? It says, "And I'll cut off the pride of the Philistines," right? So it says, "A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod," right? So who's dwelling, in Ashdod today, right? I'll leave you to answer that question yourself, right? So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to share that with brothers, and to the next time, Shalom.